I would suggest this play probably perfectly describes why Josh Allen should be the MVP. It looks like a simple completion on a stat sheet. You get Josh Allen plus 15 yards. Let's take a closer look at it, and let's go by one. We'll start with the bottom of the screen. What in the world happens to this eligible receiver, tight end? Gets jammed up on the ground. Okay, Josh Allen can't go there. Let's take it to the top of the screen. Let's start on the outside. Let's see what's up with this receiver at number one. Okay, he's still trying to release. Don't know what's going on there. So Josh Allen can't really go there. All right, let's take it to the number two wide receiver at the top of the screen. Let's see what happens to him. Okay, he got jammed to the ground. So Josh Allen can't really go there. Okay, let's take it to the number three wide receiver, bottom of the screen. Okay, so he just kind of runs a quick little stop, sit down route, and Josh Allen's like, okay, well, you're double teamed, you're on the ground, time for Josh Allen to go, well, Josh Allen. By time, stall, let you get back up, let you get from being double teamed, you're still on the ground. All right, let's just buy time, throw a catchable ball, first down on 2nd and 6. So for those that are asking, like, wait, but Josh Allen, he shouldn't be the MVP. His stats aren't that good. Yeah, because the stats just say that this was a freaking 15-yard completion. But what's the tape say? The tape says, let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. And Josh Allen gonna let the freaking pass hit his wide receiver in the hands. First down.
I was going to say, Josh Allen cemented himself in NFL history. And, you know, James said it last week or the week before when we were having our multiple MVP conversation. He said, you can tell the story right now in NFL history and not mention Josh Allen's name. Now you will have to mention his name if you were MVP. You know, there's only been 48 players in the history of the game to win MVP. He could become number 49. And multiple guys have like Rodgers, Lamar, all that stuff, right? So that's why there's only 48. But you're telling me you could be one of only 49 people in the world to win MVP, probably Hall of Fame. I agree with you. But then, like, it's one of those things too where he's finished top 5 3 separate times. Second in 2020, he finally will get it. Like, everyone loves like a good not comeback story, but you know, like a story where it's like, man, you just keep working, you keep grinding.
Story.
Like the succession story, and only quarterback in NFL history with 40 touchdowns in 5 straight seasons, which is crazy. So you get all these things. Now, I think this team can make some noise in the playoffs. So then if you get MVP and you get a Super Bowl appearance in the same year,
talking crazy, Chase, I like it.
What is up with it, y'all? This Coffee. Back at it, man. How's everyone doing? The playoffs are here. Also a big debate going on with the whole MVP honors, man. Will Josh get it, or is Lamar going to be MV3, get his third? Y'all seen a couple clips there. We had Emmanuel Aiko breaking it down, right? That one play. This is like, you know, it's why it's so tough with all these debates and whatnot, you know what I mean? Unless individuals are really watching all the film, you really take it all in, you know what I mean? And a lot of us fans, we got to go on with our lives and whatnot, and the everyday grind and everything. But, you know, a lot of these dudes, they're paid to do this. They got all the time in the world to sit back and take it all in, man. And, you know, I see a lot of those individuals saying, man, give it to Josh. Josh earned this one, you know. That was a pretty wild play, you know, and it's pretty interesting the way dude broke it down, right? You know, like, yeah, all the eligible receivers are jammed up, the pressure is looming, and Josh just does Josh things. You heard him let the bodies hit the floor and all that. That was a good breakdown, man. I like Aiko, man. Comment if you rock with him as well. Your thoughts about this whole debate. You know, it's like, things are heated online, as always. Y'all know the way that goes. People love to just hop into the blogosphere and argue. It's typical. It's what we see, you know. But, I mean, with this MVP thing, I was really quite shocked to see how heated it is. It feels like there's just more tension than in a typical sports debate. Let me know if y'all been seeing that and feeling them vibes as well. But people, man, I mean, listen, they're both outstanding quarterbacks. They were obviously the best quarterbacks out of that draft class, man. You guys remember that? Who else was it? Rosen and who was the other dudes? You gotta work to remember their names, you know. And a couple of them, like Baker and and Darnold, right? They got it together a little bit down the road and are having some success now, but nowhere near the type of quarterbacks that Josh and Lamar are. You know, Josh and Lamar are just different, man. They make things happen in just a different kind of way. And at the end of the day, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens, as I think it's what the Thursday before the Super Bowl is when those honors are announced, the winners of all these, you know, different awards. And you see Bills fans debating, you know, like, yo, there's sources reporting that Josh is a lock. And some people are saying, man, what are we going off? Vegas odds? You know, does Vegas have the inside scoop? Which, if you want to put your tinfoil conspiracy theory hat on, there's a lot of content to support that theory out here, you know, and the whole gambling revenue world and all that. That's a whole nother discussion. But they were just pointing out that, you know, last year, everyone thought that DeMar Hamlin was a lock for comeback player of the year. And Vegas kept reporting that the odds were going down. And then obviously we know the way that went. He didn't get those honors. I think it was Flacco, right? If I recall correctly, I think it was Flacco, which was a bit shocking to me. Joey Flacco coming off the couch, winning some games, and you know, getting his squad to the playoffs, but it wasn't to be. And then we see him this year with Indy. It's been a bit ugly, man. I don't know. But getting back to discussing this, you know, NFL MVP debate, Josh versus Lamar. Please hit the comments with your thoughts across the board about it all. You know, like I said, you taking all that film, you know, a simple 15-yard pickup or whatever that was, that's what that goes down in the stat column and all that, right? But there was so much more there, and we really saw something just different from Josh this year. His focus, decision making, just the way he played the game, which people already wanted to ish on him. You know, there's a lot of haters with Josh. He stepped it up this year in just a way that is just amazing. Like, he really got so much better when he's already an amazing quarterback. And obviously with Lamar, he's a solid QB as well. A lot of people were tripping about him winning honors last year, you know. So tap in with your thoughts about all that. But also, man, it's the playoffs this year, right? You see the playoff tree. Everyone, please hit the comments with your thoughts, your predictions on that. Obviously, my Bills, another home game, man. Number 2 seed, man. That number 1 seed was almost there for us. You know, Mahomes and the Chiefs. A lot of people have been pointing out all year, even like diehard Chiefs fans have just been like, man, we don't see the same thing. There hasn't been that Mahomes magic that he's had in the past. We're just hanging on by a thread. And again, this was a lot of Chiefs content creators and fans and the professional analysts and everything. And, you know, they got the job done. They did what they needed to do to secure that number 1 seed. As, you know, our Bills Mafia, we had that head-to-head win, that decisive victory over them. But it went how it went, man. It's just so frustrating. That number 1 seed, that bye is big in my opinion. And, you know, a couple of years ago when those tragic events happened, we had it locked up, and I don't know, you know, but here we are. That's the past. This is the present. Let me know what you guys are all thinking. Again, Denver coming to Buffalo. Then the big, there's a divisional matchup there with the Ravens, as we're talking about Lamar, and the Steelers. What a crazy season the Steelers have had, man. And then former Buffalo Bill, Stephon Diggs, you know, with his new squad. And the Houston Texans and Stroud taking on the LA Chargers. I thought that was possibly going to be who we got, the Bills, in round 1 was the Chargers. You know, but here we are, man. Playoff time. I mean, it's been such an exciting season. It really has. Then over there in the NFC, the Lions, who Buffalo Bills beat. That was what that film was from. What a game that was. As you see some of the different commentary and reactions and debates going on online. You know, someone put, hey, the Bills, Josh, he beat 2 15-win teams. Detroit Lions being one of them, as they just had that big matchup. As you know, taking that L to my Bills put them in this precarious position, right, where they had to take on the Minnesota Vikings, and it was wild. That game came down to being who wins will be the number 1 seed, who loses will be the 5 seed, and they held on and got the W. It's wild, man. I'm so pumped. This season really has been exciting, and here we are now, man. Playoff time. I don't think it'll disappoint. So that's going to do it for this video. Once again, if you're new, subscribe, hit the buttons. We talk sports, other sports besides NFL. We talk the news. We talk all different kinds of stuff on this channel. And it's all about hearing from you guys, the people. And there will be live streams and such. You know, if you like to call in and talk, whatever. You know, let's talk football. Let's talk playoffs, NFL MVP honors. Let's do it. I'm out of here. Peace and God bless y'all.